Hi Rana, welcome.
Thank you so much. Such a pleasure to be here.
Yeah. So what does the first world's iPad DJ actually do, besides wearing very nice shoes?
Thank you. Well, it's very interesting. Being the iPad DJ is a very small part of my career so far. I've been an entrepreneur.
But somehow that took off.
It really did, yeah. It's very interesting. It seems like what I'm doing with the iPad and music is kind of the combination of all the things that I know about. I got my start, I built a bunch of companies as an entrepreneur.
What companies did you build?
I built media agencies, marketing agencies, social media companies, things like that. And I actually worked at a venture capital fund.
So did you sell those companies?
I sold off my shares of the companies, and then I built an analytics company for the iPhone, and that's my first experience in mobile, but it really taught me a lot. Yeah. And I, as a result, wrote a book about that experience. And during
What's the title of the book?
The book is called Mobilize, and it comes out in January of next year. And it's very interesting. I finished writing the book, and I had about 6 months between when I finished writing and when the book comes out. Right. And I just thought, I've been a lifelong musician. I've played music since I was 6 years old. And I thought...
What kind of instrument do you play?
I play guitar, and I got my start playing piano, violin, viola. Yeah. And but when I was 15, I really got interested in electronic music production. And so that's kind of been a secret hobby of mine that no one really knew about, but I've always had like a studio in my apartment, and I've always had it as a, in the background. So I thought, it's been a while since I've made music, let me just try and just give it a go.
So do you produce music?
Yes. I consider myself primarily producer, but I called this project iPad DJing because...
Which is a very branded, helpful, useful name nowadays.
Hopefully my years in marketing have paid off. Yeah. But I just realized it would be easier for people who are non-musicians to understand what an iPad DJ would be like rather than...
Could you explain it in 2 sentences to me, what an iPad DJ does?
Sure. Well, what I do is I take 2 iPads and I use a regular DJ mixer, and I use apps that are only available, I don't build my own apps, only apps that you can download in the App Store, and I try and find interesting ways to combine them together to make compelling music for audiences to enjoy. Yeah. And I kind of view it as, if I can play a set in between 5 other DJs and you can't tell which one the iPad DJ is, then I've done a good job.
Okay. And are you playing today?
Yes, I'm going to be playing today. And so I'm going to be giving a 20-minute talk about the importance of creativity in business, and then 10 minutes performance.
Okay, is that later on at the talk or during the drink?
Yeah, it's actually the closing keynote. Okay. So I'm very excited because the people in Holland have been so supportive of my project, and I really consider this to be a very good place for it.
And when do you consider your iPad DJ career as a success? What are your metrics? Because you have an analytical background.
Yes, exactly.
Do you have KPIs?
I always have KPIs. And every show I go and I do an analysis and figure out...
What are the KPIs for today?
Well, today I want to see, I've done a little surprise. I have some of my favorite Dutch producers that I'm going to be demoing with. So if the audience reacts positively, then hopefully I've done a good job representing Dutch production. But besides that, I view every performance as an opportunity for me to try and refine. So in terms of KPI, it's more like, did I complete the set?
Do you want to sell something?
Right now it's more getting people familiar with the concept and why they should pay attention to this project. Right. And as it relates to iPad DJing, I really want those who are interested in music but never had the opportunity or the platform to try it to feel like it's not intimidating. Right. Because if you look at a DJ's or a producer's setup, it's very expensive. Yeah. But with an iPad, you can get a piano application and learn some basic chords, or you can learn basic techniques, and I think that's very important. So
you're not looking at this from a commercial point of view?
Well, I have given 29 or 30 performances so far. Right. It's paid for my DJ rig 100 times over. Yeah. And I look at it as, I'm going to be writing a record coming up this winter and putting it out in the spring. Yeah. And that will be when the true KPI and metrics will start. But for right now, it's more like audience size. I've played for thousands of people now, and every time it grows. So if I play a show and there's 30,000 people and they're enjoying it, that is a huge success to me.
Anything you want to share with the eMERS listeners?
Yeah, well, I really want to learn from them. I really think it will be amazing to get the experiences of what it's like to do business here, because in America we have such a different approach to how we build companies, and there are so many entrepreneurs here.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of a reciprocal relationship, so I just want to learn.
Excellent. Thank you very much, and have a good show later on.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Bye.